Yeah, thank you. That's a great win, great team win, and we needed it. We obviously have to head into the NCAA tournament playing better baseball than we did this past weekend. Really happy with our effort today. David Falco gave us, what we hoped we'd get out of him. But, we pitched well all day. We had good bridge opportunities. Slim Johnston comes in with first and second and a run already in and gets us a big strikeout and a double play ball. Like Morningstar comes in, gets us 3 big outs. Joe Arriola comes in a bridge situation, gets it done. So really happy with the way we pitched. And it was great to see Michael Massey out there again today. I mean, it's going to be, we get the Michael Massey we saw today and the Joe Arriola we saw today here down the stretch. That just makes our bullpen so much better and much more firepower. And then offensively did just enough. Didn't have a great offensive day, but Marek's home run was certainly the big blow of the day. It was a 2-0 game at that point. We didn't get a bunt down. So Pitt with an opportunity to grab momentum and Marek homers deep to left field to get us up 5-0 and our pitching took over from there. So really good all-around baseball game for our club and we needed it.
Okay, questions?
Mike, what's been your process to get back to this point over the last 3.5 weeks?
First was figuring out exactly what's going on. We've had I've been dealing with it all year, just trying to get certain answers to what's going on and really what I can do, what I can pitch through, knowing what my body's telling me and knowing what I want to do. So just finding out what exactly I'm going to do and going from there to do it.
Was there any frustration with not knowing what was bothering you all year until 2 weeks ago was when Walt told us the bulging disc?
It's there a little bit, but it's just part of the process.
So how do you feel right now physically? Where are you at?
I just do an inning.
Well, without as far as no discomfort, you feel strong.
Sure.
Okay.
He's not 100%. We know that.
Yeah.
But again, in short stints, we feel like he can do. I mean, we're not going to be starting him anytime soon. I mean, he's going to do what he did today, and hopefully we can grow that to 2 or 3 innings, as the postseason moves on.
Got it.
More graceful answer.
I've had a little more experience.
Marek, did you feel like there was momentum there to be seized after Cam's long attempt gets popped up?
Yeah, for sure. I kind of took it, I guess, personal. Said I'm going to pick this guy up and do my best to either move him over, get a run in, or get him all 3 in. So I felt good for sure.
I'm not sure if you were one of the ones who was here yet last night, but the ball has been flying out a lot. Do you have a feel of anything in the air could be a homer this week?
Well, if you hit it good, I hit one, I think my second out maybe to right field. I didn't hit it horrible, and it went a little ways, but I guess so.
Have you hit a ball harder than that this year?
I'm not sure how hard it was hit, but it's definitely up there for sure. So.
Marek, how important is it when you have a game that you have to rely on your bullpen just to get on top offensively early and get those early runs?
Yeah, it's good. It's always nice when your bullpen can just come in there and just only give up 1 run. It makes the offense, your at-bats feel a lot more comfortable. So we felt really good today and comfortable, and Massey definitely helped us out today. It looked good. So.
Coach, I'm curious, in the week, that you had to prepare for this, you talk about getting back to your style of play and playing good baseball. What did you emphasize in practice? What was the process like to get here?
Yeah, we talked about, we played so well against Clemson and the guys, kind of were full conviction and belief. And then, we lost that opener at NC State, and I think it kind of surprised us. And then we were kind of on roller skates after that, and we played a little tentatively. And there's a big difference between playing to win and playing not to lose. And I just felt like the second 2 games against NC State, we played not to lose. So that was the emphasis in practice this week. Let's just get back to being who we are, trust our talent, trust our belief system, and keep loving on one another.
Well, as far as the bullpen script, was that about as close to what you had drawn up 5 hours ago?
Yeah, for sure. Again, our bullpen I didn't realize it until I just looked at it. We only gave up 1 hit out of our bullpen, and then punched out a bunch of guys too. So, really happy. Again, obviously, I was in between whether to run Dave out there for that 3rd inning. Again, my gut said not to run him out there for that 3rd inning again, so we could, if obviously there's a long way to go, but we want to get him back on Sunday if we get that far. So again, I was in between on whether to send him back out there for the third inning, but again, it's good to put our guys in those situations. Most of our guys got their feet wet today, which is going to be important moving forward.
Does the tournament schedule allow you some leeway with not playing until today and then having the day before Friday?
For sure, the day off tomorrow. Again, we didn't really know what our pitching situation was going to be like until we saw the schedule, because that day off obviously makes a huge difference. We knew we wanted to get Roland out there today with the day off, and Michael too, so we can get him back on Saturday.
Coach, in as much as you wanted to get off to a good start, how much of today was the physical aspect of the game, and how much of it was mental, wanting to get rid of last weekend?
Yeah, I'd say 80-20 mental, being the 80. We needed to get past that and kind of put that to bed, and again, getting back to being who we are. And I was glad to see us jump out there early. Pitt's been so good in this tournament the last few years. They always come here and play well, and we knew if we let Pitt grab some momentum early that it was going to be a dogfight. So I was really proud of our guys that we took control of the game early, and David Falco set the tone, and then the offense, Jake Reinish's 2-out homer, and then Marek's, obviously we kind of put the momentum in our dugout, and we kept it there.
Going into Friday, what do you take from the 3-game series in March with North Carolina?
Yeah, we're a much different team than we were then. I mean, back then we didn't really know who we were. Our bullpen didn't really have an identity. Our pieces in the bullpen. You look back at that series, we kind of had all 3 games kind of right where we wanted them, and our bullpen just couldn't get us off the field. But our bullpen is a much different, especially with Mass in there and Joe Areola. But more than that, it's those young guys have matured and come along, and now we know what their identity is. We know what the good matchups are, what the bad matchups are, so we can kind of steer the end of the game the way we want. And let's call it what it is. I know Chase Burns has had this one circled on his calendar because that's his only loss of the year, and Chase is a competitor, so I know he's looking forward to this as much as anybody.
He's been a much different pitcher than that day since then, I take it.
For sure, and again, they hit a couple balls out of the ballpark on that day, but Chase settled down that game and threw really well. I mean, Casey Cook hit we're down 5-0 in the second inning, and Chase Burns gave us a chance to win that game. So I'm excited to play Friday night.
Coach, as you come into the weekend having to plan for 4 games potentially over 5 days, just how do you, pitching wise, kind of lay that all out? I know you mentioned Chase will go Friday, but after that, what's that look like?
Yeah, I mean, we've got Josh Hartle, so we've got our number 2 pitcher, kind of right on regular rest for Saturday. So it kind of lines up for us perfectly, and then we'll be able to bring Dave back on Sunday again if we get that far. So, hopefully we get length out of Chase Burns and don't have to use too many of our bullpen pieces on Friday. And knock on wood, but that's what he's done for us all year. I mean, I can't remember a time he gave us less than 7. It's been a while.
Michael, one last question. Can you take us through a chronology of when you first sensed the problem and to today you were out and able to throw?
Yeah, kind of started feeling stuff like before the season a little bit. We had a little idea of what was going on, started rehabbing it. Tried to pitch through it for a while, didn't know exactly what was going on or exactly how we wanted to deal with it. As time went on, kind of realized that might need to take a step away for a second, get a little more answers, see exactly if there's changes in the routine we need to make it so it's easier for me to pitch. And at this point, it's just I'm tired of not playing, and I don't really care how I feel, so I'm just gonna play until I can.
We'll wrap it up there. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
How you doing?